Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you for watching. Today we will be discussing different ways of investing your money, how to multiply your money, and how to make your money work for you. These different investment options can work for anyone at any age or any income level. Okay, there are a series of investments right now that I would consider some of the best top quality investments for people to start investing in today. The number one investment model that I will be discussing today, and I think it's probably one of the best businesses to invest in a moment, is a high yield savings account. They have online saving accounts as well as cash management accounts that have a higher rate of return than you'll get in a traditional bank savings or checking account. Management accounts are like a savings account hybrid, a savings account checking account hybrid. They have interest rates that are similar to savings accounts but are typically offered by brokerage firms and may come with debit cards as well as checks. These saving accounts are best for short-term savings or money you need to access only occasionally. Think aka emergency or vacation funds. Transactions from a savings account are limited to six per month. Cash management accounts offer more flexibility and are similar in some cases to higher interest rates. A good rule of thumb to keep is between 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in an account like this before allocating more towards the investment products, uh, towards some of the other investment products that will be discussed today. You might be wondering, where should I open up my savings account? That is a good question. Online banks tend to offer higher rates than what you'll get at a traditional bank with physical branches, so I would recommend that you try an online bank. Where should you open up your cash management account? Investment companies such as robo-advisors such as Betterment Cash, as well as SoFi offer competitive rates on cash management accounts. The second investment option that I'll be discussing is referred to as a certificate of deposit. A certificate deposit, well known as a CD, is a federally insured savings account that offers a fixed interest rate for a defined period of time. A CD is for money you know you'll need at a fixed date in the future. Example, maybe a home down payment or a wedding. Common term lengths are 1, 3, and 5 years. So if you're trying to safely grow your money for a specific purpose within a predetermined time frame, CDs could be a good option. It's important to note, though, that to get your money out of a CD early, you'll likely have to pay a fee. As with other types of investments, don't buy a CD with money you might need soon. Where should you buy your CD? That is a pretty good question. Let's say you want to buy your CD. I would say that one of the best places to buy your CDs would be that offer the best terms as well as the best rates and would generally be found at an online bank or in a credit union. CD rates are based on term length as well as account minimums. Next investment option is a money market fund. A money market fund is basically a money market fund basically gives you an opportunity to be able to it actually gives you the opportunity to be able to invest money in a money market fund. It gives your money the opportunity to buy a collection of high quality short term government, bank, or corporate debts. Money you will need soon that you're willing to expose to a little more market risk. Investors also use money market funds to hold a portion of the portfolio in a safer investment than stocks or as a holding pen for money earmarked for future investment. While money market funds are technically an investment, don't expect the higher returns and higher risks of other investments. A money market mutual fund can be purchased directly from a mutual fund provider or a bank. but the broader selection will be available from an online discount brokerage. You so in order to get a money market account, you will need to open up an online discount brokerage. The next investment option that I will be discussing, um, next investment option that I will be discussing is a government bond. A government bond is a loan from you to the government entity, such as the federal or municipal government. It basically pays you as an investor interest on the loan over a set period of time, which can be typically from 1 to 30 years. Because of that steady stream of payments, bonds are known as a fixed income security. So you can sort of kind of look at a government bond as a risk-free investment as they are backed by full faith and credit of the U.S. government. What are some of the drawbacks of getting a government bond, some might ask? In exchange for that safety, you will not see as high of a return with government bonds as other types of investments. And so it's substantially harder for you to hit your retirement or long-term goals. Government bonds are best for conservative investors who would prefer to see less volatility in their portfolio. Bonds offer you a way to, um, and it offers you a way to invest your money in an investment plan where you don't have to worry about losing a huge sum of money. It gives you an opportunity to have a fixed income and a lower volatility from bonds. And it also gives you an opportunity to invest in a market that can help you to increase your overall revenue. Some might be asking, where can I buy a government bond? This is a good question. You can buy both individual bonds or bond funds. These hold a variety of bonds to provide diversification from a broker or directly from the underwriting investment bank or the U.S. government. Our primer on how to invest in bonds will help you identify which type of bonds to buy and where from. You can buy it directly from the government at treasurydirect.com. The next investment plan that we'll be discussing is corporate bonds. Corporate bonds basically operate in the same way as a government bond, only you're making a loan to a company and not to the actual government. So these loans, corporate bonds, are not backed by the government. So this is making it a riskier option. But it is a high yield bond, sometimes known as a junk bond, that can actually be substantially riskier, taking on a risk return profile that more resembles stocks than actual bonds. So investors that are looking for a fixed income security with potentially higher yields than government bonds and are willing to take on a bit more risk in return, corporate bonds is the way for you to go. Some might be asking, where can I buy a corporate bond? This is a good question. You can get a corporate bond from either an individual bond through an investment broker. An investment broker can help you to be able to get a corporate bond or an individual bond. Next investment option that we will be discussing, next investment option that we will be discussing is a mutual fund. A mutual fund basically pools cash from investors, which is used to buy stocks, bonds, as well as other assets. Mutual funds offer investors an inexpensive way to diversify, spreading their money across multiple investments. This is a hedge against any single investment losses. What would you say a mutual fund is best for? That is a good question. It is best for saving for retirement or another long term goal. Mutual funds basically give you a very simple way of getting the necessary exposure that your investment needs to be able to yield you a return without having to purchase and manage a portfolio of individual stocks. So, where should you buy your mutual funds? Mutual funds are available directly from the companies that manage them, as well as through discount brokerage firms. Almost all of the mutual fund providers we review offer no transaction fee mutual funds, as well as tools to help you pick funds. Be aware that mutual funds typically require a minimum initial investment of anywhere from $500 to thousands of dollars, and some providers will waive the minimum if you agree to set up automatic monthly investments. Next investment that I'll be discussing are index funds. An index fund is a type of mutual fund that holds stocks in a particular market index. For example, the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones Industrial Average. The aim is to provide investment returns equal to the underlying index's performance, as opposed to an actively managed mutual that pays a professional to curate a fund's holdings. What would you say an index mutual fund is best for? That is a great question. An index mutual fund is is best for some of the best investments available for long-term service savings goals. So in addition to being more cost effective due to lower fund management fees, index mutual funds are less volatile than actively managed funds that try to beat the market. Index funds can be especially well suited for young investors with a long timeline who can allocate more of their portfolio towards high returning stock funds than more conservative investments such as bonds. Let's say you're a young investor and you're emotionally weathered. The market's ups and downs could eventually do well to invest their entire portfolio in stock funds in the early stages. So, someone might be asking, where would you buy an index fund? This is a great question. You can buy index funds that are available directly from fund providers or through a discount broker. The next way of investment that we'll be discussing is the exchange traded fund. Exchange traded fund. Exchange traded funds, well known as EFTs, are like mutual funds in that they pool investor money to buy a collection of securities. It basically provides a single diversified investment. The difference is how they are sold. Investors buy shares of ETFs just like they would buy shares of an individual stock. What would you say that an EFT is best for? That is a great question. It is best for if you have a long time horizon. EFTs are ideal for investors who don't have enough money to meet the minimum investment requirements for a mutual fund because an EFT share price may be lower than a mutual fund minimum. Where would you buy an ETF? That is a great question. An ETF can basically be purchased through a brokerage. So a brokerage can give you an opportunity to be able to purchase it. The next investment option that will be discussed is the dividend stock. The dividend stock can provide the fixed income of bonds as well as the growth of individual stocks and stock funds. Dividends are regular cash payments companies pay to shareholders and are often associated with stable, profitable companies. While share prices of some dividend stocks may not rise as high or quickly as growth stage companies, they can be attractive to investors simply because of the dividends and stability they provide. Keep in mind, dividends and taxable brokerage accounts are taxable the year dividends occur, whereas stocks that do not pay dividends are primarily taxed when the stock is sold. What would you say a dividend stock is best for? Basically, any investor investor, from first timer to retiree, can basically be tailored to the specific type of dividend stock that may be better depending on where you are in your investing journey. Younger investors can benefit from it as well as older investors. Where can dividend stocks be purchased? The easiest way to buy dividend stocks is through an online broker. The next investment option that will be discussed are individual stocks. A stock represents a share of ownership in a company. Stocks offer the biggest potential return on your investment while exposing your money to the highest level of volatility. Mutual fund provides as opposed to buying individually. Individual stocks are best for investors with a well-diversified portfolio who are willing to take on a little more risk. Due to the volatility of individual stocks, a good rule of thumb for investors is to limit their individual stock holdings to 10% or less of their overall investment fund. Where can you buy stocks? This is a pretty good question. Stocks can be purchased through an online broker, and once you set it up, you can fund a broker account. You'll be able to choose your order type and become a shareholder. You can also purchase stocks through platforms such as Cash App and PayPal. Oh, and investment, one of the last investment options we'll be discussing is real estate. Real estate involves buying property and selling it later for a profit, or owning property and collecting rent as a form of fixed income. There are several other ways to invest in real estate. One common way is through real estate investment trusts or REITs. These are companies that own income generating properties, think malls, hotels, offices, etc., that offer regular dividend payments. Real estate crowdfunding platforms, which often pull investors' money to invest in real estate projects, have also risen in popularity in recent years. What are REITs best for? Investors who already have a healthy investment portfolio and are looking for further diversification. So let's say that you're a real estate investor that is looking to invest money and achieve some quick cash right away. Now, let's say you're looking to put some money in and quickly access and get some money straight out. This would be a good option for you. Now, some might be wondering, how do I get started in real estate? That's a great question. Some REITs can be purchased on the public stock market through an online stockbroker, while others are only available in private markets. Similarly, some crowdfunding platforms are open to accredited investors only. So, real estate is a great option that can help you to be able to invest and multiply your options. So, I have discussed with you 12 steps and 12 ways of investing your money, doubling your money, investing your money, and reaping a great dividend reward. If you're looking for ways to invest your money and to double your income, this is the way to go. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share, like, and subscribe.